got cancer.
The cancer capital of America?
This is Reserve, Louisiana, the cancer capital of America.
That shit on 280p? Hey, what?
Might just died like day before yesterday from cancer.
My daddy died of cancer. I hope I don't have cancer.
The EPA says the cancer risk here is almost 50 times the national average. The plant puts people
must
who
got hella
live and
radiation or
work
something,
near the
what the hell?
facility at the highest risk of developing cancer in the country. More than 100 petrochemical plants and refineries dot this corridor between New Orleans and Baton Rouge, often referred to as Cancer Alley. Go a half-mile farther away, and the cancer rate drops significantly.
But how many people actually have cancer here, and what can be done to stop this? So I met up with Robert, an 82-year-old lifetime resident of Reserve who lives a few blocks from the plant.
I lost my mother to a weird cancer, my brother, my other daughters had cancers, my neighbors and friends.
Robert, where are we right now?
You're in the center of Cancer Alley.
How long have you lived here?
I was born here in 1940, but then
1940,
the petrochemical
sheesh.
industry showed up. They treat us like we're animals or something. I mean, it's terrible. If we go up and down this community, you won't find a home here that hasn't been touched by cancer. Really, it is that bad.
Hey there. We're knocking door to door. We're trying to talk to the people that live here and ask them about Cancer Alley and see if they know anyone who's had cancer. And just
Why you taking pictures, man? Get away from my house.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Get away from my house.
See ya. Sorry.
I got no cancer out here.
Okay.
Wait, what? So they be trying to hide her? Like, are they trying to hide her or something? Like, what they mean?
Is it like
It's called Cancer Alley. What you mean? Nobody?
No.
No cancer. No cancer. Stop action.
Okay. They were pissed.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I would have went with you. I'm gonna holler at you.
I just about to see all them plants around here. Everybody got cancer. I got throat cancer.
You got.
I don't want to be on no news.
Okay, so it is a contentious thing to talk about out here. We're getting told to f off, get the f out of here. There's a lot of sensitivity about this topic for obvious reasons. Robert told me a lot of people in Reserve work for these plants or know someone that does. So speaking out on the relationship between the plant and cancer is somewhat taboo.
What type of plant is it? Like, he just said, is it like, what are they doing? It's like a nuclear plant?
Do you know anyone who's gotten cancer out here? Is it pretty common for people to get it out here?
Yeah, you got this plant called Deca. That's the one that's polluting all the cancer.
Denka.
So you might want to go to the last street. It's called 30th. That's where it's doing the most killing at.
Okay.
Somebody just died like day before yesterday from cancer. A lot of my people died from cancer.
And these factories are the ones polluting? Okay. Thank you for your time, sir. 30th seems to be the epicenter. It is the closest
So
to
what is
factories
Dimka?
out here. We're gonna pull up to these real quick, see who and what we can find. But before I spoke to people living on 30th, I drove to the infamous DuPont Denka plant emitting chloroprene into the air and giving the people that live near.
Chloroprene? What is that? Is it like chlorine? What is that?
Cancer. 4 years ago, Robert flew 7,000 miles to their headquarters in Tokyo, Japan, and tried to get answers from the executives.
Some people who you know and who you represent are profiteering off of the suffering that's being put on my people by DuPont Denka.
They were turned away. Denka
Bro, look at this dude, bro. Is it like, does he even know what he's saying? Like, what? He's not listening to a word he's
later
saying.
told them they couldn't meet because of pending litigation.
They demonstrated to us today that they don't care about what's happening to the people in Reserve, Louisiana. You know, I brought people on tours and I went right in the front right there, I parked. And they called the police for me. First, they sent out the guard, come running out.
As we drove in undetected, I began to notice some rather ironic signs placed everywhere. Think safe, stay safe from cancer that we're giving you and your family. Safety is everyone's responsibility. The irony of these signs is that everyone living around this factory is getting cancer. And little did I know, the DuPont Denka plant was one of over 150
You're not safe from radiation
plants along what's known as Cancer Alley, an 85-mile stretch of land along the Mississippi River.
Damn, and this how long this that's how long Cancer Alley is? That's a Kelly Cancer Silk Road. Like
between
what?
Baton Rouge and New Orleans.
They traveling across the
Environmentalists
whole
refer to
state.
Cancer Alley as a sacrifice zone, but DuPont Danka claims
The company says the
I
EPA's
said traveling across the whole
concerns are
state.
based
Like,
on
what?
faulty science, resulting in a dramatically
It's not an
inflated
alley.
risk factor.
surrounding this entire city we see factories right now.
Look at this horrible thing right here, man. This is our grain elevator. They do import and exports of grains.
And this also pollutes the environment.
Oh, terribly so. It's what's called grain dust.
That contaminated water right there, could I drink from it?
No, you can't drink from the city water here. We don't drink the water here, we buy water.
Could I take a shower out here? People get
Well, that's the one thing that we're
Yeah, we got
worried
no clean
about,
water no
because
more?
we can't find a way to take a shower. We've got a shower in this water. This is the one plant that I was telling you that produces a known carcinogen. There's just so many of them, and they're right next door to what
He said carcinogen. All these medical terms, bro. I don't.
is called nalco chemical, which is an entirely different chemical.
What are we in front of right now? I'm feeling a little burn in the eyes.
This is an aluminum factory, and this horrible stuff you see here.
And then they got like, bro, why they got so many factories lined up right there, and like they got like 8 different factories lined up on one little section, like, bro. And then it's a whole, then there's a city living right
What
next to it.
health effects is this aluminum known to have on people?
That they're quiet about that.
They're quiet about it. I can taste.
Aluminum can affect you when breathed in. Contact can irritate the skin and eyes. Exposure to aluminum can cause metal fume fever, flu-like illness with headache, fever, chills. Yeah.
something in the air right now. Feel it burn my eyes a little bit. Factories everywhere. Seeing all
People
of
working
these
here too
plants
every
pollute
day?
the air, water, and soil.
Bro, look, the whole area around here is like shaded, and I love like gray dust, bro. Like everything is shaded in that gray dust, bro.
They're quiet about that.
They're quiet about it. I can taste something in the air right now. Feel it burn my eyes a little bit. Factories everywhere. Seeing all of these plants pollute the air, water, and soil with various carcinogens, you might be wondering,
Why haven't you moved?
Why should I move? How can I move? I struggled all my life to build this. What is happening in Americans, a poor person right now in good conscience, who would I actually sell this house to? What poor, unsuspecting family would I trick into moving into this debt trap?
and to add insult to injury, Robert lived here before the plants were
Hey, he a
built.
real hit.
In 19
This a real dude right here, man. It's a real OG. He going crazy right now. He sound like a I don't even know what to call him. Morgan Freeman. This Morgan Freeman right here.
63, I noticed the construction. We could see the construction going on when we passed on the highway right there. But we knew nothing about it. No, they never talked to us formally. We saw the white residents moving out. We didn't know why.
And how did they know?
Because they told them. I had to move my wife out. My wife is living in Anaheim, California with my youngest son. My baby daughter got this very rare disease that her doctors told her was brought on by her lifelong exposure to chloroprene. I had to move. She's in New Orleans. The
Sheesh.
disease she got is so rare. It's terrible, man.
Yeah. And people still live here to my left right now.
There are some people that have moved in here.
And look at that, boom, factory. Wow. What is that factory right there?
Y'all living right there with a factory right behind y'all. Y'all better have your mask on you, bro. Keep your mask
Look
on
at
you.
that, boom.
Keep a
factory.
hazmat suit.
Wow. What is that factory right there?
That's Marathon.
Marathon.
Oil.
That's an oil refinery.
Second largest in the United States.
There's a few homes as we're driving through. Seems insane to live wedged in between 2 factories. All this pollution from all ends. It's gotta dramatically reduce your lifespan. I can smell a much stronger smell in the air. Closest comparison is what I've tasted and felt in Ohio when the train wreckage spilled a bunch of stuff.
And he was there alive. Yeah, real reporter. What the hell? I remember when that happened. Whenever the trains crashed. And yeah, I remember that.
Hey there.
Bro, the sky and air looking crazy. Like it was like dark. It was like shaded. It was like shaded. I don't know how to explain it.
I just want to ask, do you ever have difficulty breathing out here?
We breathe all the pollen and dust.
Okay. Is there any history of cancer with your family or anyone who's lived with you?
My mama had breast cancer.
Did she live here?
Yeah. Got a little brother that died of leukemia.
Do you feel like they're responsible for the
Sheesh.
cancer?
Or the chemicals, I guess.
Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Hey, how are you? I was wondering if you knew anyone who's had cancer out here.
My neighbor has skin cancer.
Skin cancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Took over all his face.
Do you think it's because of the factories around here?
I have no idea. Cancer is everywhere.
Man, these old people
Everybody
just, they don't
has
even know for real.
Have you lived here your whole life?
Oh yeah. They moved here when I was a baby. And I'm 76.
I wouldn't have thought a day over 50. How is it living in between these two factories?
Oh, we have dust.
Dust?
Dust.
Okay.
Ooh, I think that's why we got cancer. I hope I don't have cancer.
No, me too. Has any of your family members had anything?
My dad died of cancer.
Would you move out of here if you could?
Oh no.
No.
Morgan Freeman was not lying earlier when he said that everybody on that street got somebody that had that, like. Yeah, man, that's tough, bro.
This is home.
Morgan Freeman was not capping.
Cynthia, it's been a pleasure. It was great to meet you.
Oh, yeah, he's so cold.
I know, I'm chilly. The consensus is that everyone out here knows someone, if not their family member, neighbor, or themselves who's gotten cancer out here. This is kind of crazy.
And keep in mind, this isn't even the street closest to the Danka factory where people are most affected by cancer.
Speaking of companies that exploit you for profit, I recently found out I was still being charged $50 a month for an expired security system I don't own anymore.
Is this a finesse ad? You trying to finesse me with an ad? He thought he got me. That's crazy. Nice try, buddy.
See who else has been affected by Cancer Alley.
As we made our way to 30th,
Nice
Robert
try.
pointed out a huge graveyard wedged in between two factories.
Whoa, there it is. And you have loved ones in this cemetery?
Oh, all of my folks are. This is the largest black cemetery in the parish. Look at this. How do you do a funeral service here? How you do a...
The cemetery is right next to the factory. Bro, it's like they like low-key know what they know what they're doing, bro. Like they know what they're doing, bro. The cemetery right next to the factory. Come on, bro. You know what you're doing, dude.
Look at what they do to people, man. Look how inhuman this is. Do you see the size of this cemetery, man?
This is sad. Wow, you can smell it big time now, Robert. This is pretty dystopian. This is a nightmare, honestly. As we're here, is this an emotional experience? Do you get frustrated?
It's always emotional.
Yeah.
My mom, all of my family, they're just a little further back in here, but they're scattered mostly all over here, man. We'll see what people have started doing. Look, they're building on top.
Oh, these are two coffins on top of one another.
Bro, what? Ain't no space. Bro, that's fucked up.
We're the sacrifice people.
That's literally fucked up, bro. They're stacking coffins on top of
Tragic
each other.
irony here is, a lot of these people died due to the cancer received from the factories they are now wedged in between after death.
We're headed to 30th and 31st. This is the part of town that lives the closest to this factory and is logically getting the most cancer. We're gonna drive through here, knock on some doors, see who we can talk to. Seems like everyone and their mother out here is getting cancer, and there's not much you can do about it.
On my way to 30th, driving through factory after factory, I saw this street full of people on my way and gave it a quick knock.
We wanted to ask you if you knew anything about Cancer Alley. Do you know people that have gotten cancer out here?
My husband has prostate cancer.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm not from here, but I know a lot of people died.
Okay.
I mean, like, many.
We're basically just trying to hear any opinions and experiences with cancer out here.
Did her husband take her out there, man? If her husband took his wife out there, man, knowing how it be, come on, bro. It looked like they had money too. They had a little nice house, bro. Like you can't be living right
Cancer Alley.
Might as well move, bro.
Okay.
My sister,
Yeah.
she died of cancer.
She died?
She died March 8th of 2023 of this year.
I'm sorry to
of
hear.
Cancer.
So we've noticed it's very controversial to talk about this out here. Is it a sensitive subject?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because we lose so many people. In my family, just alone, we done lost 12 people.
That's
Damn.
crazy. How does the city look at cancer out here? Are they fed up with it? Are they?
Fed up.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, we losing somebody to cancer.
Do the factories and the companies ever say, hey, here's some money, sorry about that?
No.
No?
Of course not.
The factories will ever shut down?
Of course not, bro. That you seen that Asian dude earlier? That Asian dude, he was just looking at him, blinking his eyes, saying like doing this. Like he didn't hear. He was not listening to nothing that Morgan Freeman was saying, bro.
Marathon would never.
It's too big.
Too big. But them, they can close down.
Denka?
Yeah, Denka can close down because the things we see at night, you can smell it in the air.
I can kind of taste it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Like I said, I just lost my only sister.
Yeah.
Of March of this year. My sister was living on 30th Street.
Okay. So the closer you get to 30th, the closer you are to the
You're
factories.
You're in the backyard of the plants and everything.
Having walked through a few streets leading up to 30th, we had finally made it to the zone theoretically most affected by chloroprene and, in turn, cancer.
They're the closest to the factory on this street right here. Do you guys know anyone who's got cancer out here?
Everybody you look at.
Really? Here? The tarp? Okay. Thank you so much. Hey, sorry to interrupt. And we're making a little documentary about Cancer Alley. Do you know anyone who's gotten cancer out here?
This household, that household, the one up further.
They all do?
Yeah. And nothing's been done about it for 50 years, so. Seed is already planted, it's in the ground, all my trees are dead.
So it's too late almost to...
Yeah.
Yeah?
My parents had cancer 3 times.
Did they link it to...
Damn, bro, this video is fucked up.
Inherited. Then she had colon cancer.
I don't even know what to say. Okay, there's nothing to say, bro.
Ovarian cancer at 89 years old.
Jeez, okay. Thank you for sharing.
My brother, yeah, he died.
Yeah, 3 different types.
Yeah, I know a few people that done died of cancer. My niece, a good bit of people.
Is it something that's talked about out here?
Yeah, kind of swept under the rug.
Did your brother live on this street?
He used to live here. Matter of fact, he worked at that plant.
He worked at the plant?
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever think that they had any influence on him getting cancer?
Can't really say.
Okay.
Don't bother me. I've been here since I was 7 years old.
Okay. Do you think it's overblown, the fear of what the factories are doing?
I kind of think it is overblown. To me, it don't bother me. I like my spot. My dad built this and he died from like prostate cancer.
Do you think that may have been influenced by the factory?
No.
So how do you get it in?
This is some evil corporate shit right here. It's a subtle massacre at play.
I guess,
the air,
like...
the water, and the soil.
After knocking on nearly every door in 30th, I finally met someone besides Robert who is at least trying to fight back.
Do you know anyone that's gotten cancer by chance?
Well, for sure.
Yeah?
Everybody around here has gotten cancer. And so that's why I've joined the fight, because of what, it's not us saying it, it's either we're going to believe the government or we're going to believe these guys. By the time we find out things, it's too late. But I'm in a group called Concerned Citizen of St. John Parish.
We spent the day with Robert.
Yeah, Bobby Taylor.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to the bottom of this, you know. We won't be able to wait on the federal government. It takes so much longer for them to prove something that's very detrimental to our health.
That may be too late by the time they prove it.
Yes.
I think that the factories should pay some sort of like reparations for the...
I think the factory should just leave. That's what I think, honestly. I mean, but the sad part of this is that like there's a 95% chance that the factories is gonna be there forever, bro. Like, but there's a 95% chance that most of them is gonna be there forever, which is like that's the most messed up part about this, though.
The people it's given cancer to.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's on the back burner.
Yeah.
The forefront is to get the the environment.
Sure. And you guys obviously to be safe and healthy.
Yes. I mean, not only for us, but the next generation.
Sure.
Generations to come.
Do you think you guys will be successful?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we've seen some results. I mean, as you can see now, I mean, look at the attention that it's brought.
Do you think if the community rallied together, they could halt what they're doing over there, or is it unstoppable?
I think we can, but then again, we're facing a big plant.
Sure.
But I think we can. We get together, we rally, I think we can do it.
Okay.
It seemed like the worst was behind Cancer Alley and a brighter future was ahead, until you learn that companies are working to build even...
A proposal for a massive grain export terminal in Louisiana has run. They're about to build more
factories out here.
This little community here of wild.
Oh yeah, all this open space, yeah.
I think it's got about 850 people.
And they want to put what here?
They want to put a gigantic grain elevator.
Okay, another one.
Another grain elevator.
Ruin these people's lives now too.
Yeah, can you imagine this little community here? With that thing sitting right here, that thing gonna be almost 300 feet tall.
If they were to put this granary right here, what would happen to your home? How would it impact you?
More than likely, if they did put the plant there, we would probably have to end up moving out of the area. And, you know, no one wants to leave the home. I mean, I've been here like 56 years, and we're trying to prevent this from happening.
If a plant were to end up in this guy's backyard, his property value would dramatically decrease overnight, and who would he sell the house to in good conscience, assuming anyone would even want to buy it?
Ain't nobody buying it. Nobody's buying it. I'm telling you, right now, nobody's buying it, bro. Nobody want to live next to a plant.
More jobs are being made, and these people might need a new place to live. By new, I mean brand new.
Robert, final phase selling now. They're building more homes. Why?
Most of the people who they're aiming at are from out of town, so they're too familiar with what's going on here.
Do you think they're at risk of getting cancer higher than someone else?
So they're trying to sell houses in the area, then build a plant next to it too. That don't even make no sense. Like, they really they don't care, but they don't care. It's all about money.
Is that something that would be disclosed to them upon purchasing the home, you think?
No.
This is evil. Honestly, disclose this at the very least. Come on. Kids riding their bikes by me. Kind of sad, right?
Remember I told you about the 0.2? That was at a 70-year risk of living. Children today, born today, are reaching that 70-year level by the time they are 2 years old.
2?
What? That's insanity. Look at that. For sale, all these brand new homes. The brand new residential community right in Cancer Alley. It's kind of evil. They're building. People are moving in here. If you do know, you probably don't want to acknowledge that you're in Cancer Alley. What will it take for all these companies to stop putting their factories here?
For the people to be able to stand up, be able to exercise their rights. They come here primarily because we're the low-hanging fruit, which means we're the most vulnerable group. Black people are the poorest people here. We got 400-year history here. We're still at the bottom. They're aware of everything that this plant is doing and what it can only lead to, but they're not doing anything about it. They got the power to tell that plant, no, you can't do that. That's against human nature. That's against humanity.
Yet it's important to know that DuPont Danca is the only facility in the U.S. that produces chloroprene. This chloroprene is then synthesized into a rubber known as neoprene. Neoprene is found in use in rubber gloves.
So they're making rubber basically.
Laptop sleeves, electrical insulation, orthopedic braces, etc. If we didn't buy things made out of neoprene, the plant producing neoprene wouldn't even exist. While it's easy to point fingers at corporations and call them evil, while we're the ones wearing a shirt made from a child's sweatshop in China, while watching this video from our lithium-ion battery power.
Hey, why you start blaming everybody at the end though? Like, why are you blaming that? Hey, chill.
Our cell phone made using cobalt, mined using child slaves in Africa. Who's really to blame for all of this? Well, it's poor black people in Louisiana for now. Maybe next week it'll be you and your family. Also, whoever has the most viewed.
Alright, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that video was messed up, though. Like, I couldn't even really say too much. I just like sitting there all for real, just sitting there surprised. But hey, that's still a good information in the video, though, for y'all to know about in Louisiana, around the world too. But yeah, man, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.